Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our video. Today's video, we are here for Ramune episode 2. Last episode was a very fun introduction into the series. I'm a little iffy on it, to be honest. There's a lot going on, is I think the best way to put it. We got slapped right into the middle of an already established friend dynamic. Seems like a lot of these girls already like him. Some of them explicitly, some of them maybe more kind of quietly like him. He seems to know that a couple of them like him. I think he has a crush on the one girl, Asune, he called her. Chitose does. And right now we're trying to help this kid get out of his room because he seemingly was into a girl and then tried to get with her and it went badly, so he is refusing to leave his room now. Chitose broke the fucking window down, hopefully with the mom's permission to do so, which is either way is still crazy. But yeah, we're gonna see where that goes. There's a fun segment at the end of the episode with the VAs. Obviously that's not in this episode, this is a regular 24-minute episode. But yeah, overall fun first episode. I need a little bit more to see whether I'm really going to be into this one. It's interesting. There's like I said, it's a lot at the moment. That's the best way to put it. So I really haven't gotten my feelings and thoughts down on the series yet, but I did enjoy myself watching episode 1. So we'll see how this goes. And yeah, the animation also looks really good. The character designs, the drawing quality, it's all very good. So yeah, we will see. Like, I'm probably going to forget a lot of the character names. Give me some grace here. They threw like 50 million characters at us immediately, so I'll get them down. Just give me a minute. But yeah, we're gonna see where we're going this episode. I believe we're starting with the opening to start the episad, so I'm excited. Let's see what the OP's got to show. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So if you were to check out either of those of your own will. Now the further up straight into Chitose is in the Ramune bottle, or Chiramune episode 2. Yep, it is the opening. Holy fuck, the animation. Dude, the animation is really gorgeous. Holy shit. Oh, she plays tennis? Okay. Yuko, right? I'm gonna run through introductions of all the characters. Have the 2 basketball players there. The animation's crazy good. Oh, the animation slaps too. Holy shit. I mean, the music. So, I'm gonna say the music. I was praising the animation so much I just couldn't stop. No, that was awesome. That was a great fucking opening. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm honestly gonna watch it again. It looks so good. Damn, Feel is going all out for this show. My god, the animation is gorgeous. And one thing I've heard about this show, or this series, is that just get through the first volume of the light novel and it gets insanely good. That is what I've heard. So, I'm intrigued and I'm gonna give it some episodes here for sure. Like I said, I enjoyed the first episode, but it's still, I don't know. Haven't really gotten fully invested yet, I guess is how I'll put it. It has an interesting premise with the popular guy being the main character and kind of throwing us in the middle of an already established group and things like that. But like I said, it's just a lot right now. I'm waiting for it to settle down a bit and see what we got. But people have said the first light novel is kind of chaotic, and once you get through that, the writing is incredible and it gets really good. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. And that's from people who've read the source material in my Discord who were talking about it, so we'll see. There's probably a lot to unpack there as we maybe go through the season or things like that. There's probably each moment they show with the girl is probably a moment that's gonna happen in the season or something like that. I don't quite know. Probably, maybe not the one where he's princess carrying her, but we'll see. Like I said, there's just a lot going on in this show at the moment. I'm waiting for it to kind of simmer down a bit before I really make a solid opinion on it. Chitose is just fucking insane. Yeah, dude, talking to his bat. I'm surprised there's no glass where you're sitting. Oh god. I don't think he'd be looking down on you if he was here hanging out with you. Yeah, it's also very true. Sure, there is people who are innately talented and things like that, but they also work their fucking asses off. It's true. Oh, is their school like a prestigious school? It's a name might hold more value than the big national universities? Oh my god. All you need is the 3 magic phrases. Why, I think, and me too. I also do agree with the sentiment that I don't think communicating with people is the most difficult thing ever, but I understand there's people who struggle with it and have anxiety and things like that, so not trying to talk down on people who do actually have struggles with it, but I don't think it is the most difficult thing ever. Why? He was reading a bunch of light novels to connect with you. Me too, I like them too. There you go. The 3 fundamentals of conversation. It's actually incredible advice here. It's how you keep small talk or conversations going with a person who's maybe more talkative than you. It's a good way to bounce back and forth and get into a conversation when you maybe don't know how to start one or something like that. Asking questions is always a great way to maintain a conversation. Always, always, always. If you think a conversation's fizzling out or something like that, then asking a question is the best way to keep it going and bring it back up from where it's fizzling out. I will say, I think I'm probably in the camp where I have no issues talking with people, but I also don't like talking to people that much. I'm not a very social person. I know I yap like hell here in front of the camera, but out in public, I don't really talk at all. I am very much an introvert. No. He did. Is a loser allowed to love by Shuhei Kobayashi? Yeah, he actually read all the names that he said. Oh my god. This one especially is crazy. These are all the ones he said last episode. Losers loves about. Oh my god, he's actually gonna list a bunch of shit about them. I can't believe you signed off on someone smashing your son's window. I mean, I guess if she couldn't get through to him and get him out of his room, I mean, you gotta do something. Okasama. Took me a whole week. 10 series is crazy. He read through 10 entire series, not just like the first book. Agreed. Give him a catch without desire. It's a great way. Damn, that's great. That's an incredible way to put it. And then yeah, you and Yuko tried to get a rally going by asking why and saying what they thought, right? Yeah. Because for a lot of people, communication flows more naturally. I'm probably on the end where I have to really think about what I'm saying to keep a conversation going if I want to. But there's obviously people out there, probably like Yua and Yuko, who are naturally just really good at communicating with others. That's just something that flows naturally to them, and that is absolutely a thing where there's people who are naturally gifted at communication and that kind of thing. But when you learn, like, fundamentally, when you look at it from a logistics standpoint and try to fundamentally understand conversation, there is ways to go about it, even if you're not good at it, which is what the whole point they're getting at here. Yeah, exactly. After you learn who we are as people. Who was it that made an enemy of a group he never tried to learn about? Oh my god, look at the top shelf. I know somebody mentioned Ana Yamagi up there from Makiin, but I'm still like I'm pronouncing that wrong. But I didn't know Yukino and Yui. Oh, how are they? That's just actually the characters. I guess because Feel animated it, they can put them up. No, A1 Pictures animated Makiin. They animated Origairu seasons 2 and 3, yes, so they can put those up there because they have rights to that property, but not Makiin, I don't think, unless Feel is an offshoot studio of A1 Pictures or something like that. I have no idea. It's funny to see the characters of them up there. Is he talking about himself? Yeah, because he's just so perfect. You want to find that one innate flaw in there to pick at because you're jealous or envious. And sports on purpose. They just started going harder on it because now they've seen this person that was so high up and they were so jealous and envious of fall from grace, and so all they're gonna do is just shit on him. Take charge and lead the people. That's me! The teacher he talked to is probably the one that smokes. I forget his name. The Iron Further. Also, a lot of people clarified in the comments that blue is a metaphor in a lot of Japanese shows, like Blue Box and a bunch of other ones, because blue is a big representation of youth. I think was the main takeaway from all that. Dazzling glass marble in a bottle of Ramune. Yeah, I just made up like 90% of that, you motherfucker. Yeah, he's not so bad. They over-idolize popularity and also demonize it. Yeah, that is very interesting. They over-idolize popularity, but also demonize being popular at the same time. Yeah, that's very true. And they were calling him fuckboys and things like that. Nobody's trying to deny that being the truth. Chitose is just trying to show you that is not always the truth, and you shouldn't speak as though you know people when you don't, and it goes the same way as well. Popular people should not speak down on other people when they don't know anything about them, like you're just assuming. The whole message is you shouldn't assume anything about a person until you meet them and talk to them and get to know them. Obviously, if someone does an overt, like, awful action, you can make some assumptions. Like, say somebody kills something, I'm gonna go, well, they're probably not that good of a person. Like, I mean, yes, if a person goes and outright just kills a person in the middle of the street, I'm gonna go, well, that person's probably not a good person. Yeah, this whole group seems like very good people, very nice people. Very true. Your dating life! And they paid me out as the bad guy. It's very interesting having Chitose be the main character. I actually love this approach. I don't think I've ever seen the guy MC be the main popular one. I don't watch many shoujos, so that's why, because that's definitely a thing in shoujos. But in shoujos, the guy's not the main character. I guess is what I should say, because you have popular guys in shoujos where the nerd loner girl gets with the popular guy, or you have romances like this or romances, the typical cliche one where the nerd loner guy gets with the popular girl. That cliche is all over the place. I don't think I've ever seen one where the popular guy or popular girl is the main focal point character. Like in My Dress a Darling, you could make the case that like Marin is the main character, but it starts focused on Gojo, and the story is mostly about Gojo and how his relationship with Marin evolves and things like that. But this is just like solely Chitose is the main character. Just point blank, he is the main character and he is the popular guy, and it's very interesting seeing how they're handling that. And I like the whole message here that, like, while their struggles may be different and maybe some are worse than others, being popular isn't entirely a plus. Like, it's like he says, people will maybe catch feelings for him, try to confess, and when he shuts them down, he gets bad rumors spread about him. People call him a manslut, a fuckboy, all the time, things like that, when nobody knows anything about him. So while being popular sure has its pluses, it also has its downsides as well, just like any situation in life may have. May have its pluses, may have its downsides. I really love the messaging here from this whole conversation with Kenta here, the beginning about how to have a conversation, and it's not actually as difficult as you may think it is. A lot of the time the issues with the conversations is people overthink, and then the conversation dies out and they've overthought so much that you can't just keep going and trying to make the conversation flow naturally. So I really liked that whole beginning bit there about him trying to like help him and teach him how to be better at having conversations. And then I love the whole messaging here as well. Already I am really loving this episode. It's good for an asking. Yeah, I mean, it does suck, but because, like, from a popular person's side, they're like, oh, I hate having to turn this person down. They were a good friend of mine. We probably can't be friends anymore. And then from the loner side, it's like, oh, well, that popular guy, he's getting asked out all the time. How dare he, like, be upset about that kind of thing? And there's different ways to look at it from either side, but obviously, you know, and then, like, the popular people looking down on the loners and being like, why don't they just go talk to people, be more friends with people, all the above? Why don't they just lock themselves in the room? Neither trying to understand the other's circumstances. They're all just talking past each other or looking past each other and not at what each other is going through. Like I said, the bottom line, I'm yapping a lot here, so I apologize, but the bottom line is everybody has struggles. Everybody does. Some of them might be worse than others, but everybody has their own struggles they go through, and it's not right to minimize a struggle that somebody is going through just because maybe somebody's going through something worse or somebody's going through something different. Everybody's struggles are valid in what they're dealing with in their lives. There, he's opening up now. The loner girl that we're talking about. Yeah. That's exactly right. Oh my god, Jesus. Even Chitose is like, oh my god, dude, I feel so bad for you. Hope she brought drinks. I'm literally not going out in public. She didn't want to interrupt their moment, so she just set the drinks there. Look at these two bonding. Yeah, smashing down your son's window worked. Miki. Oh god, you're sounding like fuck, what was, I love how they keep showing the figures up there too. They want to make sure they show this in like every shot. Oh, what was his name from 2.5D? Let me see, hold on. 2.5 dimensional seduction, but what was the main character's name? Okumura, yes. I was gonna say something, but I couldn't think of it. Teach me how to become popular. Damn! You're supposed to and write it how you want it. 3 weeks tops. I like that. He's gonna help him get on his feet, and then he's like, dude, I'm not gonna baby you the entire time. It's up to you to make a difference in your life. As much as it does suck, the struggles people go through, and it is nice to get help for those struggles, the bottom line to get over said struggles is to do it yourself. You shouldn't have to innately get over those struggles by yourself. It shouldn't be your responsibility, but it is at the end of the day. It is your responsibility to take that final step to move on from it, and whatever you're dealing with, get over it and become better in spite of it. True. Yeah, what does that even mean? That's so vague. Is that simple? That sounds horribly vague. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. What? That's crazy. What a goofy fucking conversation. I love it. I wonder if Yuko's hearing this. What? Yeah, that's crazy to say, Chitose, when you haven't committed to a relationship with anyone. That is crazy to say. Get your own. Oh man, so goofy. I'm surprised you guys didn't hear all that yelling about boobs earlier. Kentachi, yeah. Damn! This Yuko being Yuko. Oh god, what kind of cut she gonna give him? Damn! I do agree, that's for your own health. Or anonymous message boards for a while. Of course, Crunchyroll didn't fucking translate a single one. I thought I had it with this fucking site. Hate on people you don't know, yeah. God, the internet is such a cesspool of people hiding behind their screens and just shitting on other people constantly. Some fucking losers who do that shit. Genuine, absolute losers who hide behind an anonymous profile or something like that and then try and dunk and shit on others. Biggest fucking losers. But they can do what Kenta's doing here and grow and become better. Strange little time. He could have shut you down for forever. It's true. There you go, already looking better, man. That cut looks great. It's because we pressed all the wrong buttons. Yeah, you never know. There's not always one way to reach a conclusion. It definitely wasn't that simple, but... What? Now I need to see what her first impression of him was, if it was apparently terrible. There's so much history to learn here. That's what I need to see. Like, there's so clear, established things that have happened between Chitose and all these girls, and the only one we've learned anything about is Asune. That's the only one we've learned anything about. My cringe past, uh-oh. Yeah, so she's just so open about her crush on him. Wow. There's so much I want to talk about. So yeah, he's just basically being non-committal at the moment. Getting in fights like today. All part of life. Yep. As annoying as it can be sometimes, it's all part of growing up. Yeah. What is he doing? Oh, trying to come back to class. Yes. The second you decided to step out of your room and come back to class, your change had already begun. In fact, I'd say from the first moment you opened up to Chitose. Damn, you outing my shit like that? Outing my business like that. Still calling him Kami. Yeah. The whole point is to get them to giggle and make a fun atmosphere. Saku is, Chitose is very clearly really good at communication and reading a room and handling things like that. And then the friends giving some layups here, giving some assists, or some alley-oops I should say, for him to dunk home. That what? There you go. Yeah, if you're just open about whatever happened, there's a significantly less chance people are going to try to pry into your business and things like that. Oh god, yes. Yes. I could not agree with that sentiment more. Make fun of yourself. God, it makes everything so much easier when you can make fun of and joke about yourself. Literally everything else in life becomes so much easier. I could not agree. I don't think there's a sentiment in this episode that I could agree with more than that statement right there. The ability to make fun and call out yourself and joke around about yourself and things like that. Truly, I can't even begin to express how much easier it makes things in life. But do it casually, yeah. Yep, I agree. Don't try and like consistently force it or things like that. McD's? I wouldn't want it back either, damn. It's fucked up. Do I look like I stink then? Yep. Now you have to try to navigate and figure out things like where people are like trying to insult you or you know, I would say communication, one-on-one communication is not the most difficult thing in the world, but reading a room and understanding social cues and things like that is a whole different ballgame. Something you just get used to over time. Yep. Very true. If you have established dynamics between your friends where you make fun of each other all the time, but it's just in light, good fun, I'm friends with people like that who we jokingly make fun of each other and bash at each other all the time, and it's all in good fun. And then there's friend groups who don't do that. You just gotta find where your niche is with certain friends and things like that, what they're okay with, what your friend group has established, and things like that. And yes, you find it together through mutual trust and understanding as your friends and things like that. This episode's awesome. Listen, I enjoyed episode 1, like I said. It was just kind of a lot. This episode is significantly better by far. Yes, I agree. I'll watch your back when it happens. I love that. I just, it's so good. And all the sentiments and messaging and everything in this episode, I could not agree with more. It's so good. Yeah, if you get to know them, if you actually get to know people, you'll be able to tell when they're like joking with you or when they're actually being mean or things like that. You'll figure that kind of thing out. Of course, it's not going to be just black and white, easy to tell, clear. People are not easy to read like that, but you get a better handle on it when you learn more about the person. Hello. Oh, he's eating lunch. Eating lunch with the group. King. Yeah, Fukui dialect. I was gonna say, the apostrophes they were using there, and then, yeah, her saying ta, losing it's a whole different story. It feels like talking in a country accent. That ending segment of last episode was so great in expanding my knowledge of the setting this takes place in and things like that. It's so good.
全部話して楽になれ。男3人、女の子1人の。その子に惚れちまったわけだな。ミキちゃんって言うんだけど。コスプレはするのか？イベントとかで。地で想像しとくわ。
Yeah. Just telling him to die? Okay, so yeah, because they did say Hayoshine. So is that so in Fukui dialect that could mean move on already, or it could also just mean die. Yeah. And she rejected him. She was very, it sounds like she was very clearly giving hints of being into you, sharing sips of the drink and giving handkerchiefs and things like that. Oh, that's why. That's so fucked. Yeah, that's evil. True. Yeah, already. That most people can't even take that step. Because it's scary. It's called Hook, Line, and Sinker. Dude, this episode's so good. Wow, this episode was incredible. This is just 10,000 times better than episode 1. Like I said, I still enjoyed episode 1, but this is just, wow. The messaging and everything in this episode was so good. You act like you only look out for number 1, but you're just a plain old good guy. He didn't seem like the type of guy who doesn't make excuses in life. Okay, make excuses for like why things are going bad and why they can't better themselves and things like that is interesting. He says he didn't seem like the type of guy who doesn't make excuses. So he's saying he seems like the kind of guy who does make excuses for when things go bad in their life, and people like that are kind of hard. It is like not that easy to change away from that mindset of when something goes wrong. It's like, oh, this thing went wrong, so I can't do this, and the other because this thing is going wrong, and using it as an excuse to not better yourself or things like that. And it's hard to break away from that mindset, and I agree. But I believe it's not impossible to change, obviously. Made no sense to anybody else. Yeah, none of you were there for that conversation that he had with Kenta in that house. He believes Kenta can change. You know, that whole yelling conversation they had about boobs.
というと
Yes. Yes.
無駄が多いって
大抵が無意味な美学に
Meaningless
縛られている
philosophies.
無意味な美学
Hmm.
否定してるわけじゃない。人生の一番美味しいところだからな。
ちょっと聞いてもいい
残金は1200円。貸せる金はないぞ。
自分らしく生きるって
そいつはありがちな美ジレークだが、自分のコンパスで指し示せる奴はそう多くない。
Hmm.
あっちの方が正しいんじゃないかと羨んだり、
Yeah.
安心を得るために
クラセンは
I don't have anything to add to that. That is just true. Better than most adults, though. Nah, not at all.
違いは自分のコンパスこそが正しいと信じられるかどうか。
The compass of the directing you on the path of your
こ
life.
の手にあるコンパスは憧れ手を伸ばした月よ
何はともあれご苦労だったな。
見返りの話を
おっと、もうすぐ風俗の
Yeah, you did say you'd reward him for it. Yeah, you did say you'd reward Chitose for it. All right, ED time. The ED visuals are so gorgeous too. What the fuck? It sounds like ED, but I don't think it is. Sounds like it could have been the opening song, to be honest. Dude, holy fuck, the visuals are so good. Ooh, that girl's in the opening too. Bro! Okay, I don't recognize the artist because they're not named in English over there. Gorgeous. And this song's a banger. There's him reaching for that moon. God, holy fuck. And yeah, as far as the episode goes, I'm hooked. I am officially completely hooked. Stuff like the stuff we talked about in this episode and how deep we went into it, and oh my god, everything in this episode reminded me so much of Origairu. Like, I know that's a big inspiration for the series as far as I understand. This episode felt like something ripped straight out of Origairu. It truly did. Like, this episode was the dialogue, the messages, the themes, all of the above were absolutely incredible, and I cannot praise it enough. Still a lot of things were going on. We need to like get the backstories of all these characters, of Chitose, of all the girls, things like that, but this serves as a great introduction, a great prologue, albeit the first episode was a little all over the place and a little messy if you ask me, a little fast-paced and things like that. The second episode significantly slowed it down, and we got tons of great dialogue between Chitose and Kenta, and I loved it. This episode was incredible. I think I can officially say I am fully hooked. I'm fully on board. Let's see where this is gonna go from here, though. I think that is gonna wrap it up from reaction to Cheetah Mune episode 2. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.